Tell me about the Jets as we talk to Mike Garafolo, NFL Media Insider, my co-host on the Insiders on NFL Network. You're 0-6, right? At this point, if you're the Jets, I don't think that anybody going into the season thought this would be the last winless team in the NFL. I mean, forget playoffs, forget playing relevant football in December. You're trying to win a game at this point, and you're also just trying to get some type of positive momentum and something to happen in a positive direction here instead of, answering questions about, are you going to bench the quarterback? Why aren't you running a play in the last 37 seconds of the first half? How dire in the big picture, forget 2025, Mike, how dire, if at all, is the state of the New York Jets right now?
It's a lot of, like, when Garrett Wilson is in the postgame locker room telling you that he didn't care for what the coach had to explain to him at the end of the first half. Like, that's bad, especially a guy that you just signed. And you I almost went through the head of like, oh, is Garrett Wilson? No, he just signed a deal.
Right.
You've committed to him. You've made him a foundational cornerstone piece of this team here. Aaron Glenn, for all the talk, they had fewer penalties yesterday. I don't know how many they wound up with, but the weeks before, where it was like all summer long, we got to cut down the penalties, and it's just penalty after penalty for these guys. Yesterday they had 2. Okay, so that's better, obviously. But like, you need to start seeing some of the stuff that Aaron Glenn is talking about. Tough football, fundamentally sound football, all the things that Dan Campbell has preached and executed upon with the Detroit Lions, which is where he came from. Like, you're not seeing that. And I understand it's going to be a process. And he said, hey, guys, it's going to take time. It is going to take time. But Mike Vaccaro, a longtime columnist for the New York Post yesterday, putting out a post on X saying that every instinct Aaron Glenn has is wrong. We're not even at Halloween yet. Like, that's a lot of time for these guys to keep saying this kind of stuff and making grand proclamations that ownership is going to see, and ownership is sensitive to, and has been in the past for sure. So it's just a lot of time left for this echo chamber to really start saying some things that could register with ownership with this team. So that's sort of where I stand on it, where I look at it, and I wonder what happens if this really does not. I don't even want to say turn around. It's almost like I sort of lump the Giants in the same kind of thing because they're in the same market. So I think it's fair to say, like, you don't have to make the playoffs, but it's got to look like this. It's got to be energetic and entertaining and competitive. And it's starting to, like, you sort of have to start to see those things from the Jets, and we're not right now. And I wonder at what point we start having some really different, serious conversations.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.